Wow. It feels weird not watching a race or like hearing about a race
Yeah,
for so long. It's
it's
weird.
it's been it's been 2 weeks, I think.
I'm already sad.
We have
Bro,
2 weeks to go
I just oh
because the next race isn't until. Let me pull up the MotoGP app so I have it up.
next weekend, right? Not this weekend, the next weekend, right? Is that wrong?
I
That is
hope
completely
so.
wrong.
I don't know. It's summer. The days are like molding together. June 11th is the next race, so
That's next weekend, I'm pretty sure. Right,
it's yeah,
right.
next weekend.
Yeah,
Ah!
yeah.
Oh, my arms.
Woo,
My
cool.
arms. Jesus Christ.
That's fun.
All right. Well, welcome to the MotoGrandPodcast. I'm Patrick Bailey. Join with me as always is,
Kayla, baby. Sorry.
and we miss MotoGP.
We do. I'm sad.
it's it's been a long time.
It's a real cold world
It's
out here, man.
it's been 2 weeks, and that's 2 weeks too long because if you think about it,
Depressing.
if it was like the normal like schedule, we would have this would be like the week right after a race, and we'd be talking about that race. But instead, we get to talk about kind of what the riders have been doing with this time off.
Pecco's
Um,
in a fucking movie. A Disney movie. He's in
what
a Disney
he's
movie.
in Elementals, right?
Yeah.
I I want to know if his voice is going to be like in the English version or if it's just the Italian version. Because I know in Cars 3, they had Lewis Hamilton, like F1 drivers in, Cars
Mm.
3 and as like uh, one of the like a legend cars. So it was like Lewis Hamilton, and in
I didn't
Italy it was
even
like
know
some
that.
Italian F1 guy. I don't know much about F1 at all. I just know Max Verstappen is him right
F
now.
F1's pretty cool.
Lewis Hamilton was. Yeah, it's funny. People always ask me like new people like when I was getting you into it, I always describe MotoGP as like the two-wheeled version of Formula One, but I have no, I don't know anything about F1. I just,
Just throwing it out there. It's like, yeah, it's fast, but two wheels.
I mean, I'm kind of right, I
I
guess.
mean, yeah, I wouldn't say that's a bad metaphor by any
But,
means.
but
But
so
no, I think he's just in the Italian version because he tagged like Disney, like the Italian Disney on his
so
post. I
okay.
checked it out.
Well, speaking of Pecco, he obviously at this point in the season is only 1 point up on Bez, but MotoGP released the points breakdown between the sprint races and the actual race.
Yeah,
So
that was crazy. That was crazy.
so if you take the sprint races completely out of it this season so far, first place is Marco Bezzecchi with 76 points. Second place is Johan Zarco with 58.
Big Zarky boy.
Third place is Pecco with 50, and fourth place is Fabio Quartararo with 48 points.
I
And then
know you're pissed.
Martin, fifth with 44, Binder 43, and then Luca Marini and Alex Rins are tied with 38. Vinales with 37, Jack Miller with 35. So, I mean, actual races, if this was a normal season and sprint races weren't a thing, Bez would be gone in the championship.
He'd be killing the game, bro.
He'd be
But
he'd be 26. He'd be 20. That's a whole race. He would have an entire race length ahead in the points on Pecco.
all
But
I gotta say is, thank God for the sprint races, baby. Thank
so,
God.
do you want to hear the sprint race point breakdown? This is even more nuts. This is insane.
It is insane.
So,
It's a little
yeah.
stupid.
So first is Pecco with 44, which is keeping him in the championship, obviously. Second
Yeah.
is Brad Binder with 38. Third is Jorge Martin with 36. Fourth is Bez with 17.
That's crazy,
Like,
bro. Pecco has more sprint race points than most people have like regular race points, which is insane.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Like
so
majority of people.
I'm kind of starting to like the sprint races because I mean it's
Oh, I love them. I
I
love
mean
them, baby.
it's
Keep
of
them
course you
coming.
love them, and I mean
Keep
that's
them coming,
that's what's
baby.
keeping Pecco in the lead. And I'm starting to like find an appreciation for him because the riders aren't kind of destroying each other. I think that's been on the screen the whole time. Whoopsies. Anyways, I get to crop it out. Whatever. But so I like the sprint races, right? That's what I'm saying. Just had to. I like
Sprint
this.
races are amazing. We need them.
I'm getting to enjoy them, but I think they should do what Formula One is doing with them, not every single weekend. You know, because they're fun and they're a spectacle and they're exciting, but every race it's a lot and it's changing the entire weekend and how everything is run. So make it like a unique event, like 5 or 6 races out of the season. So those points are even more valuable throughout the stretch of the season. So, say Pecco wins 3 out of those 6 sprint races, and his biggest competitor only wins one of those sprint races. That gap is huge, and it helps him so much further in the actual races when he has a spill off in those moments. But it also makes it so that the races are still what they're meant to be, as the big Sunday ticket, the big high top event of what's happening. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I like that. But hear me out. We just do more sprint races.
Just only sprint races the whole weekend. Just a sprint race
Yeah,
Friday,
we don't
Saturday,
have any
Sunday.
qualifyings. We don't have any practice runs. So
No,
it's just
use
straight sprint
sprint
races.
races as the qualifiers.
Yeah.
So, do you want a sprint race Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, or
2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. Yes.
all
Oh yeah.
12, 9,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
7,
Oh
6,
yeah.
5, 4,
Oh
3,
yeah.
2, 1.
Oh yeah.
I could see it.
hmm
I could rock with it.
I don't think anyone else could rock with it.
No,
I think
absolutely not.
they would rock with it for like one time. And, oh, this is cool. This is interesting. And then they're
This
like, holy
is
fuck.
this is awful. This is awful. Who would come up with it? What moron would think of this? Hello.
This guy right here. This is me.
Oh,
Uh,
but
it's really not. Oh, dude. Anea. We gonna talk about Anea?
yeah. So
Yeah.
he was seen practicing and riding. I think it was a Panigale. I mean, he posted it himself. He's back on the track. He was in his leathers, in a helmet. Riding
Looking
around a
better.
track. So he's on the bike and he was putting in laps. And I mean we didn't see those laps. We don't know if he was just kind of doing it for, a photo
Yeah.
shoot, or just like, "Hey, look at me. I'm on a bike now." Haha. Or if he was actually on that bike going, "Okay, I'm testing to see if my shoulder's okay." Regardless, he was on it at least a little bit. And he was on it a little bit in Jerez, I believe. I mean,
hmm
dead last, but at least he was getting back on it. So that's that whole area is healing up and getting better. So he probably is very likely mounting back on Italy. And I think this like this long gap, as much as we hate it, is probably exactly what Enea was looking forward to, and probably it was exactly what he needed. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
This is nice for him. He don't have to miss that many more races. He gets a whole month off to recover, get
there's
better.
there's been 5 races in the season so far, right? And he's only down 94 points. There's
Not horrible, you know,
there's 16
like that.
there's 16 races left in the season. I mean,
I mean, I feel like 90 something points would be big deal. Like previous years, but now that we got the sprint races, it feels like nothing.
I mean, last year Pecco came back on Fabio halfway through the season from a 90-point deficit. I mean, we've seen that it's possible, and that was before the sprint race was even a thing where you can get even more points. So, you know,
Yeah, he was. It
we
was a straight murder for
you
him,
know,
dude. He was a
when he got hurt, we kind of wrote him off as like, a championship contender. But I mean, the way
not really,
the way
not
Bez
really.
has been boxing, Martin, Zarco, all these guys have been. I mean, even Marquez, like a little bit, has been stealing some points here and there, a little bit at a time. It's not a lot, but if they keep doing that, and Anea comes in and just, whew,
And Pecco just keeps doing what he's doing and wreck every other fucking race. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is though, Anea is coming on the he's hopping on the same bike Pecco is, and Pecco is having those front end issues where he can't feel the tire, and that's why he's tossing it.
hmm
Is Anea gonna have to deal with that same thing and try to figure that out, but is 5 weeks behind or 5 races at he's 5 races behind on the curve of what's going on with the
Yeah,
bike. So
I don't know,
maybe it's just
but
maybe it's just Pecco's bike. Something with that side of the garage, or
I mean, it's not. Is it not the exact same bike though?
I mean it is, but like each rider sets it up to their
Oh, how they like it,
how they like
or
it.
their preferences. Yeah.
Yeah, so like Brad Binder and Jack Miller obviously don't have the same exact setup. If you think about it, and they're two completely different guys. One's from Australia, one's from South Africa.
Yeah,
One's tall, one's
I,
short.
I'm picking up what you putting down, man. No, I'm picking it up.
Well, I'm putting it back
But
down.
you think, well, so what? You think he's gonna be back? I'm hoping he is, man. I feel like the way that Ducati was like posting about him on
Yeah,
Instagram was giving me hope. Like they were really
I definitely think he'll be
acting like he
back.
was coming back for the race.
I definitely hope he's back. I mean, I loved
Me too,
watching him
man.
ride last season. I mean, he was,
He was insane.
I mean, in our off-season talks before we started recording, we were kind of showing him in as like the only competitor for
Yeah, we
Pecco
thought it was gonna be him and Pecco up there just battling each other
on that
as
factory.
teammates.
And this will give him a chance to prove, Ducati right for signing him instead of Martin, which I still agree
hmm
with. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
I don't. I mean, it's kind of 50-50 because Martin does or had been, putting in faster laps and
yeah.
was the faster rider, but I always saw Enea as the more consistent and more competitive, in the long haul. So, but Yamaha woes remain a thing, and I sat here last time and discussed how there might be something we don't know. Maybe they're building a new engine. I think I'm probably chewing on my words, but I might not be. But I hope I'm not. But there's stuff going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff. We obviously don't know about it, but there's a Top Rack Razgatlioglu. Really hard name to say.
I was say I don't know what you just said right there. I thought you. I don't even know. I thought you was having a stroke for a second.
I'm gonna say Top Rack just because it's a little easier. And
Yep.
if I was an announcer calling a race, I would be upset and I would just say Top Rack and probably get fired. But I'm not. So this is a fan podcast. We can do what we want, right? But so he
Yeah.
was he was kind of the shoe in to move up to MotoGP either next year or the year after. He was test riding that Yamaha and was kind of like the pretty face of the World Superbike Championship on Yamaha. So it was kind of understood that it was probably going to be Fabio and Toprak on factory in a few seasons, and then Morbidelli and someone from Moto 2 maybe bring up, a Yamaha satellite team. At least that's what I thought, and I thought, Valentino Rossi signing with Yamaha as a benefactor or shareholder, or he put his name on Yamaha, so I thought for sure there'd be a Yamaha satellite team which would have Morbidelli, who is in the VR46 Academy, and then someone from Moto 2, maybe even Celestino Vietti, who's also in that VR46 um, academy as a satellite team, and Top Rack would come up for Yamaha factory. But Top Rack signed with BMW.
He said, "Fuck that shit. You don't need
So
no MotoGP.
yeah, so
You don't need it."
I
It's a weird move. It's weird. I don't know how.
it's
Whoa,
weird.
got put on a swivel, bro.
Headsets connected to the laptop. Laptop is not on even ground. Okay.
Maybe don't lean back anymore. You know.
I want to, but it's fine. It's fine.
Hear me out. You pick up the laptop as you lean back.
Oh, and just hang on. Just
Oh. Yes.
so anyway.
Or you just be really cool and just get a PC like me. Then you could just like.
Yeah. One day, I will. Okay, but so BMW, right? We talked a few episodes about how I wanted to see a new manufacturer in MotoGP.
Oh, little Beamer boys, and the GPs. Oh,
Kawasaki doesn't really want to do it. Suzuki definitely not coming back. They just dropped out and they're having their own financial woes. They're not in anything. Shoot, even their motocross bike is from 2014. Like
Jesus Christ, man!
Suzuki's in trouble. Uh, I
Just
mean,
give up at that point. Just give up.
Triumph's dominating Moto 2. Like the Moto 2 engines are all Triumph engines. They don't need to go up to MotoGP. Though it would be cool. It would be cool. But BMW, they have the money for it. They definitely have the
For
money.
sure, for sure.
They have the popularity. I mean, BMW is known worldwide. They can definitely be a team in MotoGP if they
I'll fuck with it. I'll get
put the
behind it.
energy forward. But the issue is they're not succeeding in World Superbike or in World Superbike.
Hmm.
So it's kind of hard for them to be like, okay, we're struggling in World Superbike. Let's go to a
Let's go
harder
up.
class. Let's go
Let's go
up.
up.
Yeah. But behind the scenes, maybe Top Rack knows something. Maybe Top Rack's making the move to BMW because they're like, hey, listen, if you ride for us in World Superbike for 2 years, we're thinking about making a move to MotoGP soon. We'd love for you to be the cover boy for it. I mean, they brought Scott Redding to BMW because he was kind of on his way. He was a top rider in World Superbike, top three, working his way up. Made the move to BMW, and he was going to be this savior for BMW, and then he's in the back.
Mm,
He hasn't done much. So maybe they're putting those hopes on Top Rack. Scott Redding and Top Rack. That's Top Rack's a little older, so he's smarter. Scott Redding's a young talent. Get that BMW rolling in World Superbike for 2 years. Maybe they get the popularity and the success in that they need to go to MotoGP. And
I
then
could see that. That'd be pretty cool. I would like to see BMW make that step.
I would too. I mean, we've talked about it. I would love to see each manufacturer have a maximum of 2 teams on a MotoGP grid. A
Hmm.
factory team and a satellite team. Each manufacturer, because that makes it fair in the constructors championship.
Or we just have like 20 Ducati teams.
Just all Ducati engines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's then you're basically just watching a beefed up Moto 2. I mean, Moto 2, it's all the same engine. It's just every team's a little different, and they tweak it however they like.
Or okay, even better idea. One Ducati team with Pecco on it, and then the rest I don't care about.
I say 2 Ducati teams.
Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. Fine, fine, fine.
Just because, I mean, the constructors championship is Ducati versus Yamaha versus Aprilia versus KTM versus Aprilia, right?
Hmm.
Yamaha with 1 team versus Ducati with 4 teams. It's a little like, I mean, take away the fact that Ducati is probably the best bike on the grid and Yamaha is probably the worst, if not Honda.
Yeah.
4 versus 1. That's that's tough odds.
You know, it's
Even
still
if,
fine to
even
me.
if Fabio and Franco were getting first and second every race, 45 points. If they get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you know, that's a lot of points.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry your team sucks. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
We're in a rut. It's a rut.
It's a pretty big fucking rut.
Everything that goes down must come up. You got to hit rock
Mm,
bottom in order to climb out of it, right?
Unless if you just like
We're
fall
just
off
still
an
falling.
edge
I
and
just
there's
think
no way to get up.
we just might be still falling. But hey, Ducati hit rock bottom at one point, and now they're at the top.
They
You know,
started at rock bottom.
it's a roller coaster. You know, just
They started at rock bottom, dog.
you know.
Ducati was just straight shit. It was. I don't know if they ever had a peak before they were rock bottom, did they?
Way before my time, if anything. You know, Italian motors. Way before Honda and Yamaha historically have always been the top two teams, and Ducati was always kind of there, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like that weird little friend that just like hangs out with,
because I'm trying
you
to
know.
think back, you know, before McDoohan, because McDoohan rode Yamaha or Honda. Um, yeah, that's before my time. And those are some dusty old history books that I have not looked into personally
Some
yet.
dostier.
You know, I've
Hmm.
I know history up to like a point, but I'm not a historian. You
I'll
know.
say, don't ask me shit about what happened with that. I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it's time to talk about Mugello.
Turbo.
Mugello.
Ooh.
Or do we want to kind of talk a little bit about Moto 2 and what those guys have been doing? They've just been training.
I don't know. I don't know what they've been doing, so that's all on you.
I
I've
just
just been looking at Pecco's post
I
on
just know
Instagram
I just
and Ducati's
know
post.
I finally saw Acosta's post about Le Mans. He posted it the day of, and I literally looked at it like last night. Finally, I was like,
What do you post about?
it was basically just like race result DNF. He always posts his results on his Instagram page, you know, no matter what it was. And he basically just wrote how he needs to be stronger and he'll work on getting
Oh,
better. He's down
I
to
think Pecco does the same shit.
I think a lot of them do,
Yeah, it seems like something a lot of them will do.
but you know, I Acosta's now 25 points down in the championship, but I think you know it's a humbling experience, something he needed.
It was a big L that he needed for sure.
Yeah, it was kind of like he was hit with a cricket bat and was brought back to reality.
Yeah,
Sometimes you need that, and you know Tony Arbolino is definitely going to be a tough mountain for that man to
it's
top.
gonna be a good
It's
fight
gonna
for
be
them
good.
too
It's
in
gonna be
Moto
good
two.
because
I'm excited
as
because we
good
got some good fights going on, man. We got them two, and then we got Bez and fucking Pecco and Moto
yeah
GP. Moto three, don't know, don't care, but like that's crazy,
Moto
you know.
3 every season is a battle between the top 10. That's why I always love it. But yeah, you know
I can see why that'd be fun, but at the same time, like
it's
Pecco's not there, so
the first 5 weeks have been a good taste of kind of everything that's gonna play out, and these next 16 races. Oh,
oh, oh,
oh. But
it's gonna get
the
juicy,
next
buddy.
one coming up is Mugello.
Mugello!
It's an Italian track. It's long. It's full of straightaways. It's very fast. It's
How we like 'em, baby.
it's my favorite track. it's my
Even though it's the worst track for your fucking bike.
it's Valentino Rossi's, or Misano is, but Italy. Italy.
Yeah.
You think Italy. You think Italian racing. You think of Mugello, and it's just impact it has. So I know.
Hmm.
I know that the Ducatis are going to get 1 through 8.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If Pecco doesn't win this shit, bro, I'm gonna have to have a talk with him.
Well, if Pecco doesn't win, he'll be in the gravel trap.
What'd you say to me? Take
If
it back.
Pecco
Take it back.
doesn't
Take it
win,
back.
he'll be in the gravel
Take it
trap.
back. Don't speak that into existence. All right.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. So I don't know. The KTM's have been doing good too.
They have been. Yeah, I was actually just about to say something about that. They
I
have been
think
doing a lot better.
I think if the KTM's can qualify better, they'd be a lot more dangerous. They'd be
Yeah.
scary. Because, I mean, Brad Binder and Jack Miller have both been doing what they're doing starting 10th on the grid.
Yeah.
So, my Mugello predictions first place, Luca Marini.
The fuck you say to me?
Rossi's little brother.
First off,
Luca Marini.
no.
I think Jorge Martin gets second.
All right, I don't want
And
to keep
Brad
just
Binder
listening to
third.
this disrespect. All right, now I know you're bullshit.
Brad Binder's
Stop
the
it.
Sunday man. He's the Sunday man. I'm sticking to it. Marini,
Brad Binder
Martin,
can fuck
Binder.
off. All right,
Hey,
fuck off.
watch it.
You watch it. You're over here talking all disrespectful, like. All right,
Big good boy.
I don't appreciate this.
Or
What if Anea's back? I hope he can get like top
Anea's first race.
10, 12, 15, 15.
Anea's first race back is going to be he's top 10. If he gets top 10, I'll be happy.
I would be so ecstatic if he got top 10.
It's first race back woes. You gotta
Oh yeah, obviously.
roll with the punches. But I do think Pecco has a chance to win. But if he doesn't, he'll be.
We got 50-50, all right, at this point. That's what it's looking like. It's about 50-50.
Pecco, Luca, Martin, or Luca, Martin, Binder,
Yeah. Oh, I feel like Martin's probably going to try to get up there. He'll probably be pushing his luck.
Martin will be good. Martin will be good on that Ducati, and it'll be fat. Alex Marquez will do good. This
might just be a good race. This is just I don't know.
It's gonna be very Ducati dominated because of all the straightaways.
Oh yeah.
It's so hard to just say, yeah, this is who I think is gonna bing bang bong, because Augusto Fernandez, rolling off the fourth in Le Mans could come in hot and just take off, like.
I mean, yeah. But like
unlikely, but
I don't know. I feel like Bez is probably gonna be up there too.
Bez,
like he wants to get in the first place, He wants to.
Yeah, Bez will be up there. I think it's Luca Marini's chance. It's Marini's chance or time to win.
Get it up, yeah.
It's a home track for him. He's he's an Italian rider. He's on the VR46. It's Ducati. It's in Mugello. I think the stars are aligning for Luca. That's why I'm saying he's first. And then, obviously, 2 through the end of the grid is a crapshoot. And, Pecco could also win or also get last.
Yeah.
I
feel like Zarco's gonna be up there. I feel like Zarco's been doing pretty good recently.
I feel like the longer the season goes on, the harder it's gonna be to predict who's gonna win each race.
I mean, my guess is always gonna be Pecco, but
I mean, that's a solid guess though.
It's literally a 50-50 chance.
Well, either he wins or he doesn't. I mean.
Yeah.
Technically,
bro, he's Ricky Bobby, bro. He's Ricky Bobby.
Technically, everyone has a 50-50 chance. Either they win or they don't.
Yeah, but shut the fuck up. Hear me out. I think his stats are literally 50-50, aren't they? Oh, wait, is there 5 races? 6 races.
There's been
He's
five.
3 for 3.
There's been 5 races.
There's been
He
5.
has 50 points, which
So he
means he
won
has
2.
finished 2 of them in first place, and he has crashed out of 3 of them.
Bro's only completed 40% of the races, and he's in first place.
Well, it's because he's. What's 44 divided by 12?
I'm just saying.
Or
Just
5? I don't want to think about it. But,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I
So
think my brain died.
So I'm definitely thinking Luca is going to be up there. Honestly, I can see the top 12 riders all being within 3 seconds of each other at the end of this race.
That'd be interesting. That'd be cool. I
Like
want to watch that.
like a Moto3 race. I very much see this being like a Moto3 race. Now Moto2, Tony Arbolino is going to win.
Oh yeah.
He's Italian, Mugello. He's got the hot hands. Acosta's going to come out a little too hot.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be like on each other's ass the whole time. I feel like it's gonna be like one of those like last second type of ones.
I feel like
Someone's gonna
Acosta.
pass someone for the last lap.
I feel like Acosta's going to come out too hot from Le Mans and try too much. I don't think he's going to crash this time, but I think he's going to make a few mistakes and get second and lose even more points and then kind of come to. Or I could be completely wrong, and I might be, and Acosta wins by 10 seconds, and Arbolino tries to chase him and crashes. Or Canet finally gets his win. You know?
Oh, dude, I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy.
Sergio Garcia, the runner-up in Moto3 last year, is in Moto2. He's been getting better and better every race. So is Manuel Gonzalez. So is Philip Salach. You should talk about how you like Philip Salach, okay?
Oh yeah. Wait, Filippo.
The wrong class, bud.
Oh yep. Sorry, I fell asleep for a second.
But
Hurts Philip.
so I think Salach can put together some things. Ayagura is, off a long rest. Ayagura is going to be back. Ayagura is going to be back. Like,
that's exciting. Like full health back, like fully ready to just be in top 5.
He showed life that he was back in Jerez and then tossed it, but I think this is it. He showed signs that he was coming back. He tossed it. That's wear and tear from the injury. He's had these 4 weeks to rest and recover and get ready. I think Ayagura's back, and that's scary.
I'm here for it, man.
That is
I want to see
scary.
it. I want to see it.
Obviously,
he's one of my boys. I like him.
The fan favorite, Somkat Chentra. I hope he gets on the podium. I want him on the podium every race just because of how happy he is. He's always just
so excited.
I love it.
So excited.
Oh man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. So, if I had to lock in an answer, I'm gonna go Arbolino, Acosta, Salach.
Ooh, keep a Phillip up there. Okay, little Phillip boy.
I'm thinking Salach finally.
I feel like I agree with your top 2 at least. I don't know if Salach is staying, but if he does, that'll be fucking dope.
Right.
Obviously Aaron Canet should be top 3 because Aaron Canet should always be top 3, but he doesn't like to do that.
Should be.
He doesn't like to do that.
Although Sam Lowe's has also been kind of hot too recently.
That's true. I forgot about him.
I mean, he started in dead last in Jerez because he tossed it, but he got back up and he worked his way up. He's been...
Yeah, he got a point, bro. He got a point.
He's been kind of hot. He's been kind of a little spicy.
I mean, yeah, I feel like if he didn't wreck, he could have got...
Oh, he easily could have won Jerez.
Yeah, like he was killing it.
Or Le Mans. Sorry, not Jerez. He won Jerez.
Yeah.
Le Mans.
Yeah, stupid.
It's starting to blur. It's been a while. Moto3, I have no idea.
So long.
Filippo's
first place. I'm saying it till it happens.
I hope Filippo gets top 10.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's a win for us.
A win is a win. A win is a win. No,
It's got a 1 in front of it, don't it?
Moto 3. I'm just going to say the guys who I think will be in that front fighting for the top 3 because that's interchangeable.
All right, I'm
Hogato,
gonna get my phone. You just talk.
Ryusei, Yamanaka, um, uh, Ayumi Sasaki, Ivan Ortola. Do I want to? Joame Masia, obviously. Um, Diogo Moreira, Daniel. I said Daniel Hogato, Diogo Moreira. Yeah, I'm gonna say those 6, just because I could end up just naming the whole class, and my brain doesn't have the brain power for that anymore. But
What do I want to eat? Ooh, Zaxby's. Well, thank you for. I don't know what you were saying, but you helped me have time to find out what I want to eat. So I appreciate it.
I am also getting called for dinner.
Oh, look at that fucking timing, brother.
So, with that, we will talk to you after. Yes.
Get away, mom. Try and do my podcast, mom.
Try. Yo, my womb. But with that, uh, we'll talk to you guys after Italy, and
2 weeks.
hopefully I was right about my predictions in GP because that'll be cool. Maybe not in Moto 2 because I'm a little Acosta biased, but we'll see how
A
it shakes out.
little.
Just hide the posters.
That's like me saying I'm a little Pecco bias, But
You? No. No. No.
exactly. I root for other people. There's in different divisions.
You know, you you like a good J Millie and an A as well, so I give you that.
Yeah, I mean, I only like Anea now because he's on my team.
You're
But
you're evolving as a fan. It takes time.
yeah, I like how the 2 other people I like have been or are now Pecco's teammates.
Yes. Hey, you're branching out. But
So far.
all right. We'll see y'all next time.